Hey everybody, and welcome to the Wine Down.
We're back here at the
We're
Wine Down.
back here winding down
We are winding down differently today.
a little differently, but it's starting to feel like summer.
It is starting to feel like summer.
It's
Cinco de
starting-
Mayo
Cinco de
happens, and then where the
Mayo.
F is summer?
Then just make it summer already.
Just make it summer
make
already.
It be like
What
time
is
for
what is
bathing
this in
suits.
between time? What's going on?
That's
I guess Mother's Day is going on. We can keep Mother's Day for the moms, you know.
I'd rather skip it and just go right to summer.
That would probably be good. I wonder if the moms would love that. No, moms would hate that because then the kids are off. So
Well, we're going
it's
to talk
worse.
about why moms don't like Mother's Day in a little bit. Because
Yes,
you know
Mother's
I
Day is a
don't.
whole segment.
It's a
I
whole
know.
situation for me. But first and foremost, we're of course going to talk about sipsay.com. Get there now for your Mother's Day order.
Yes, absolutely. We're doing lots of wonderful engravings for mom. Lots of kids on the bottles.
Oh my God, so cute. Who wants kids are great, but they're better engraved on a bottle.
Absolutely.
They're quieter. They're more fulfilling.
Listen, it's the reason you drink, so you might as well have them there on the bottle.
To them.
Dads out there, this is what you should be getting for your wives.
That is what your wives want. They want a nice bottle of, for me, like, I would love a nice bottle of bourbon, like something really nice. Just for
and then
today's
leave her
day.
alone. Let her take a bath. Leave her alone for 20, maybe 25 minutes.
20, maybe, just like
26, feel free and bar.
Yeah.
But
At the 26 mark, I've already drank half the bottle, so it's like...
so
Now-
you're
now I
barging
want
in there to
company.
see if she's still alive.
Well, now I want company. Once I start getting a buzz, it's like, oh, I want to talk to somebody.
Correct.
So.
Correct. Bring the child in. That
Come
way
on
you
in.
can both kind of mumble to each other.
Connect in
Connect
a
a
way.
little bit.
Look, you're on this bottle. You're famous.
The spottle. What's a spottle?
The
Oh, the
spottle,
bottle.
yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause remember,
See, I've already drank a little bit. so.
You and I actually got my mother for her birthday a bottle with my daughter on it.
Oh, did we?
You remember? You engraved it?
I do remember now.
And she loves it. Loves it. So definitely go to sipsay.com. We're running a bunch of Mother's Day specials as they come out, but always use the Wine Down for 15% off.
Absolutely. So today, in honor of Cinco de Mayo, we missed everyone's Cinco de Mayo was on a Sunday, so I feel like people were off or not off.
Well, the
and-
Derby, too, was on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
I can't, and I did watch the Derby. I know we didn't talk about this at all, but that was a race. That was a race. Really, the underdog came through on that one. I was like, oh.
Dogs. I thought that's horses.
Very good.
I'll have more tequila.
More tequila to that. So what is...
We're drinking hiatus tequila, which is one of our favorite tequilas.
Let's dumb it down even more for me, because I know you are like the guru of tequila. What is tequila?
Tequila is a spirit made from the Blue Weber agave plant that is grown only in Jalisco, Mexico.
So it's like kind of
It
like
has-
champagne?
Yes, it's just like champagne. It has to come from Jalisco to be called tequila. There are other agave spirits like mezcal that can be grown elsewhere.
Isn't mezcal usually smoky?
It is. They smoke the leaves to impart
Like
some of the flavors. But here in Jalisco, we're making pure tequila without any additives, which is sometimes a hard find, especially when you go out to bars. That's often a problem that I
was
hear you
just-
complaining about.
I complain about this to Adam every single time I see him, that he's ruined me for bars, because I go in my tequila of choice is hiatus, which we're featuring right now, and not many bars carry it. And they're all, everybody loves the other name brands, but they're full of junk.
They are
And
full of junk.
They get you hungover.
Yep.
And I don't know about you, but if I can try to dull that hangover, especially with a child, I'm going to do it. And not to mention, these are so refreshing and smooth, even though you're going to see my cringe face, because I cringe at everything. But so this is the Blanco, which is the clear one.
Yep, so this is just pure distilled agave, which takes 2 years to distill the plant to get it to where they need it to be for Blanco. But in order to get
Very
pure
nice.
tequila, you'll want the tequila to come from a mature plant to begin with. And that plant happens to take 8 years to mature. It's a very slow
Wow.
plant because it's kind of cactus-like.
So it's 10 years before it even hits the
Yep.
bottle.
Yep, before it even hits the bottle. And that's why this is so smooth, because they have waited the proper amount of time and didn't cut any corners and trying to make everything as pure as possible.
Yeah, and it's honestly such a smooth, nice tequila. I would highly recommend it. Try it. You can get it at Sipsay. Ask your restaurants to please stock it so I can stop having such a hard time.
Then we'll eat at other restaurants.
I'll go where hiatus goes. I'll tell you what, because it's fantastic in a margarita.
Absolutely.
Also, can you recommend your favorite margarita mixer?
If I have to use a mix, I don't always love using a mix, but there is a great mix that can be found on Amazon called Filthy, believe it or not. But it is low in sugar, but still tastes good. Not no sugar, but still has a very pure taste, and it comes in little 8-ounce pouches, so you could make one quick drink and have enough to go around.
I love that.
Otherwise, lime juice and agave nectar.
I'm always out of agave nectar.
Which you can find near the syrups in your local grocery store.
I have like strange
As
syrups.
you search around the supermarket, where the hell would this product be? Anything named syrup is together.
Any syrups?
Yeah.
Maple syrup.
Yep.
I don't believe it.
Yep.
With the agave syrup?
With the agave syrup.
See, in my supermarket, there's like a special section for like crunchy. And that's where the agave syrup is, because they consider it like crunchy. So I'm just saying, if you don't see it by the maple, go to like
Near the crunchy
near
section.
like where they keep like the
crunchy stuff?
like gluten free and like the kombucha.
Ah.
Because I like
Healthy stuff.
I hopped on the kombucha thing till I saw how it was made, and I'm like, that's disgusting.
Okay.
Because it's like
Yeah.
fungus and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not.
Yeah, we're not messing around with that.
I got enough going on. I don't need to add some biome.
What do we have going on besides more tequila, which we'll keep on sipping? But Mother's Day is coming up.
Mother's Day is coming up, and it is coming up so fast. We actually almost forgot to mention it, and we brought it up today, which was good. We ran into a mother.
Need to make sure the mothers know.
Yes.
Their day is coming.
So I did want to go over a couple ground rules for Mother's Day that I feel like would be good for our audience, especially knowing that you guys are around our age here, which is anywhere between 18 and 35. Because I'd like to think I'm still 20, so.
Sure.
But things I don't want for Mother's Day. Things your mother doesn't want for Mother's Day either. I do not want anything from Walmart that came as a gift pack. So if that's like the body lotions, like I'm not putting that on my body. And it came in a gift pack for like $12. Like
that sounds like a deal.
You're like, my mom would love that I'm saving money. No, because we're not going to use those lotions. They're going to end up in the trash, or they're going to end up at
plastic in the ocean. We can't have that.
We can't have that. Don't do that. If you want to get your mom something nice for the body, get like a Sephora gift card or an Ulta gift card, or like
Isn't that what the kids want?
The kids want it, and the mothers want it.
And then
the kids want it
they're
because
just going to
they want to be
spend the
adults.
money on the kids.
I do, yeah. But I mean,
so that's what you want.
I like Sephora. I like Ulta. Also, like hair gadgets. We love that. Like little curly gadgets. A new blow dryer would be nice. We could always use that. Don't get us a vacuum, as you suggested earlier.
But what about a power washer?
I am getting a power washer for Mother's Day, but because I suggested it, because I need to power wash my backyard.
Things.
But like, it's things. It's things at that point.
Only get her a power washer if she wants a power washer.
If she suggests it,
So if she suggests a vacuum, and you say, "No, honey, you keep moving the dog around."
Just keep moving the dog around. Just kick the dog a little and move it around. No, but if she does suggest a vacuum or something, pad it with something else. Don't just give her the appliance, because we know it's coming, you know? Like, obviously I know it's coming because it's in the middle of my sunroom and my husband didn't move it.
Put it on a pillow with a bow?
Well, like, wrap it, but also, like, maybe a bottle next to it, or, like...
A bottle from Sip and Say.
A bottle from Sip and Say. Because I'm going to drink while I do the power washing. Yeah.
Yes.
And if you wanted me to use a vacuum cleaner, you should get me drunk. Because then
this all checks out.
This is how you do it. Because then it's like, how good of suction is this? And then you're going around.
She's mom, so this checks out.
This is what I'm telling you. You're like, wow, this gets all the Cheerios. Those Chex are full of holes. A lot of vacuums go right over Chex cereal. Chex are full of holes.
I did not know that.
You don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like having a child that just throws shit all over the floor. Because you're like, this is not a good thing to suck up. But anyway, if you're going to get your mother an appliance that she asked for, make sure you pad it with some liquor. Or at least with a gift card to a nice salon to get her nails done, or, you know, a piece of jewelry, even a TJ Maxx gift card, Marshall's gift card. Do it right. Your mom deserves it. Please don't be that. Don't be that. Don't be that. Also,
that's the best advice ever. Don't be that.
And for grandmas, they like the personalized things. That's really where you go and get like the the sweatshirts and like the little quilts with the grandkids' names on it.
Aw.
Because like they're gonna die soon anyway, so like
Have something to remember and take to the grave with them.
Yes, exactly. And you can just put it right into the coffin.
Okay.
Just tuck it right in.
I like the way that just slides in.
Just slides
right in.
I'm kidding. Grandparents are so overlooked. So make sure you take care of your grandparents too. Well, your grandmother coming up soon. I'm very excited. I actually will be spending Mother's Day, Memorial Day with my in-laws.
Aw. That's exciting.
So
have another drink.
so
have another drink
so
here on
speaking
the
of,
Wine Down.
We will be moving on now. We did the Blanco, which is the clear one. And this is
Yes.
how I remember. So Blanco is clear. And now let's move on. Are these two the same?
No, there's first we're gonna do one that's been sitting in oak for 6 months, and
Just a teeny tiny.
I know we got to taste through.
Okay.
So this is aged in Buffalo Trace bourbon barrels for 6 months, which
Buffalo Trace.
adds a nice round flavor, touch of a sweetness.
I can smell the sweet and like a char.
We're just gonna pass a little off here. Someone is so excited by what we're talking about that our guest, who will be coming up in just a few here.
You don't. I'm not because.
Oh.
Don't let them know who I am. You know.
Yeah, we will.
Was
Right
that
now,
an
you're
Arnold
just
Schwarzenegger person?
Don't tell them.
right now you're just a hand getting more alcohol, so you can know what we're up to.
So I love Arnold Schwarzenegger impressions to the point where when I was pregnant on loop, my husband would just play Arnold Schwarzenegger like just making noises, and I would laugh so hard for hours. And I thought it was just like a pregnancy hormone thing, but it stood with me.
Wow,
Mother's Day.
that is
Mother's Day.
the things you find out on the Wine Down.
The things you know. We also found out recently I write my fives from the bottom, which no one does.
You do your what from the what?
When you make a 5, like the number 5, and you write it out numerically, I start from the bottom up.
From the bottom. That's interesting.
And I do one foul swoop 5.
Never even thought about that before. Who even thinks about that?
Well, one of my girlfriends saw me
Now we're
writing.
thinking about this.
Yeah, one of my girlfriends was like, "You write weird," and I'm like, "Well, I've got problems."
I'm gonna try that tomorrow. Any other thing from the bottom? Are they all from the bottom or just from the top? This is fascinating.
Some people do middle, bottom, top. Some
but
people
just
do
on
top,
fives.
middle,
What about
bottom.
other numbers?
No, most other numbers
They
we tried
start-
it. They start from the top.
Interesting.
And I've actually like got a whole situation with this come up. This is what I talk about. Anyway, so this one was aged.
Listen, the show about nothing has to have absolutely nothing to talk about. So tequila does that though, right?
Tequila's so freaking. That's so good.
So good.
That's so good. It's got that nice smokiness to it. I would love that in like, it's just like a little citrus in it.
Sure.
Throw a little citrus in there
little
for me.
lime.
Ooh.
Mm.
Oh, and what's this last? Well,
And
there's
then this
two.
last one, yes, a little quick splash here. This is now going to be aged for 12 months, so it's going to be a touch woodier.
Is it still in a bourbon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes.
Still in the same barrels, just longer. And that's in Yeho. Still no other additives, so it's just the pure Blanco tequila in some delicious bourbon
You
barrels.
can really taste the char in this one.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. That's what got me in the back was the little burn. It's like drinking tequila around a fire, around a wood fire.
Around a fire,
That's
sure.
what it's like.
Campfire, bonfire.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
It's
Who does not like
beautiful.
sitting next to a fire?
No one I know. Actually, everyone I know loves sitting next to a fire.
Yeah.
So
It brings
these,
brings back that childhood moment where
yeah, where you were drinking
electricity
tequila.
doesn't work.
Where you were drinking tequila by a
Yes,
fire.
yes.
Yeah. I mean, we would drink whatever we could get our hands on by a fire. So, a little water in the bottle.
Yeah,
too.
a little water.
Water in the bottle. No big
And
deal.
we have a coffee flavored one too, which we'll get to. That'll be our jazz up here. We'll do that once we got our guest on air here, which is going to be coming up here in a moment. We
Gonna be
have
coming
someone
up.
very fun and.
Well, before we do that, I just wanted to point out.
Yeah.
Bobby, go to the flyer I had sent you. All right. So I just wanted to point out that on the 20th, I'll be in Staten Island. You don't have to be in Staten Island, though, lucky dog. I'll be filming in Staten Island on the 20th for the Staten Island Comedy Show. It will be shown on Saturdays on FiOS 42 at midnight. So
midnight showing. We should have a special
Bewitched.
showing.
Yeah, okay. But it's also got my really good friend Alison Persky, who's been on the show before. She's driving in with me because we're going to Staten Island, and they say it's the 20th year anniversary, and I didn't even think Staten Island had electricity for more than 20 years at this point. I'm like shook.
Absolutely, but you should make sure you get a fire going.
Oh, I'm absolutely.
You'll be covered.
Speaking of getting a fire, now let's talk about what we have coming up here, because this guy is a hot tamale.
Hot tamales. Woo, hot tamales. We need more tequila.
I'm trying to make a segue here. We actually have this guy. He's an absolutely amazing man. He is a personal trainer. From what I understand, also may have some pro wrestling situation going on.
There's some wrestling going on.
There's some wrestling going on, and he's like a little bit of a life mentor, I guess.
Yeah, I would say so. Listen, mind, body, soul, you have to do it all together. It's the only way true personal training works.
And you can find him at joesresultzone.com, which I think is amazing because, like, I want to be in the result zone.
Absolutely.
No one
you
wants
have to be in the result zone.
But, like, the positive result zone. But, like, the results. You want the results, right? So, anyway, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring up Joe Ocasio.
About to go down, going all out. This is right now, yeah. Together we rise. It's about time. Unleash the power.
All right, and with us now is Joe,
What's up?
the man with the plan. We're so happy to have him here today. So, Joe, tell us a little bit about the result zone.
So that started in 2020. Quarantine happened, right? No one can work out anymore. That sucks. Sucked for me too. That's really all I do. So I'm like, hey, I should make a gym in my garage so I can work out. And then I started putting money into it, and I realized other people wanted to work out with me too.
Now, why would they want to work out with you? Is it because, like, you're good looking or, like, suggestive?
Well, I don't know.
He knows what he's doing when it comes to working out.
So I've been a trainer since 2014. I work.
See, there we
Oh,
go.
That's
there
where
it
we go,
is.
right? So
it wasn't the sexual favors.
no, that
That came later, much later.
Much later. So then I was with a top brand, which I'm not going to name, and then I left there, and then I started Joe's Results Zone, and to this day, we're still alive.
Still alive through, so that came about and survived through COVID.
It did. I actually thrived through COVID, which
So
is
you
awesome.
built a gym in your house.
Yes.
People do that all the time, and then they make it a coat rack and
Yeah, I have a bicycle in the basement.
everyone has a
right.
bicycle in the basement. What makes your bicycle in the basement different?
So it's not a bicycle in the basement. That's right. So
I love that.
I mean, I went over market value. I said, "Come on,
I need
curse here?"
two
You can't-
bicycles.
Just not gratuitously because his mother watches and we can't.
That's
fair.
okay.
And we love you, Beth.
I said,
We love
screw
you.
it. I'm like, I'm going to go all in. So I got a squat rack. I bought plates. I bought dumbbells. I bought an assault bike. I bought a rower. I bought
Did you say
Assault
an assault bike?
Yes.
Yeah. Stop us there.
It's very fun. So it's a fan bike. And what you do is
I feel like there's
you have to, it's additional charge. So, but it's
No
it's a
guns,
fan bike. So you
guys,
use
no
your arms
guns.
and legs at the same time, and it gets your heart rate up really fast, and it's no impact.
Oh, so like you're punching someone.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
I got it. So you get a little top and bottom action.
Yeah.
Which
you
I
know.
like. Yeah,
Is it good to get real world stuff too? Like after you're done using the bike, do you go outside and just start punching people? I learned it on the bike.
It's a little bit.
I'm just
of
exercising.
a
It's
side
not you,
effect.
it's me.
So it's a side effect, but only to some people.
Okay.
I heard that when you exercise, it releases happy endorphins.
It does.
So it makes you happier. So you're not going to run out and.
Ah,
When you
It
don't
sucks during it.
exercise is when you're gonna.
Got it.
So that's why I'm so angry.
this would make sense. You don't exercise.
This is why I don't exercise. I'm angry, full of anger. It's not fat. It's anger.
It's 100% anger.
It's 100. When I'm happy,
You
I
needed
look so
this
much
assault
better.
bike, and you can let this anger out.
I didn't know there was an assault bike, but you know what I really like that I find a lot of gyms, if they do have, I like to stay away from the like leg spreader and like the knee,
Oh,
the like pusher.
like the hip adductors, and you don't like the leg press.
I like
Or
to
you
do
like
it.
them.
I love
Oh,
to do it
that's
because
good.
I'm bottom heavy and I like to get those things working. But then like in the gym, like my whole cooch is out.
Yeah, that's a problem.
So as a personal trainer, you would be one-on-one, so I wouldn't have to worry about my.
I will definitely turn the eye to the cooch.
Well, no, turn away from my. Coach.
Turn my eye.
I'm like.
I'm not gonna look directly at.
I'm
it.
like Medusa. Like if you see my vagina, you turn to stone.
That's it?
Like you don't want anything to do
And you
with
thought
it.
cursing was bad.
Technically, that's
We're
not a
gonna-
curse.
We went from like working out
Yeah.
to vaginas very quickly.
Yeah, very
That's
good.
okay.
When you're on the wind
This is
down
tequila,
with
man.
tequila, this is what happens. But so what is the pro wrestling piece?
That is really what
Because you look like a pro wrestler to me, especially what's his name? Who am I thinking of? You know who I'm thinking of.
It better be good.
You know who I'm thinking of. Oh God, my husband's gonna kill me later because something with like a D. I'll get
Dwayne
it.
the Rock Johnson.
No.
I'm out of here. Dave Batista.
No, I'm trying to think who it was.
It's a Doink the Clown.
His
So I'm gonna be very upset.
his wife, his daughter is Gothic Baby on Instagram.
I have no clue what
And
anyone's
his
talking
wife
about.
does like all the Gothic stuff, and she's an interior designer. They had like a show.
No clue.
Not the Miz because you
Hulk
don't look like
Hogan?
him. It'll
Jake
come
the
to
Snake?
me. No.
Well,
Well, anyway, you look like a wrestler to me. So explain to me the pro wrestling for you.
okay, so that's how I got in shape because when I was a kid, I was very heavy and I was bullied for being heavy, but I wanted to be a pro wrestler, and everyone was like, you can't be a pro wrestler. I'm like, oh,
But you could have been like sumo.
I guess.
You didn't even think of
That's
that.
not what I
you
wanted,
could
though.
be a pro wrestler. This is what his story is.
I could pick up his story.
It's not a judgment on anyone else's life. It's
No,
just
tell
what
me more so I can
wanted.
live
She's
it.
gonna be a pro wrestler after this.
So I'm like, that's what I want. I'm gonna do it. So I started getting into like football and sports and weight training, and then that spiraled into me becoming a pro wrestler in 2010. I've been mauled with injuries, which happens when you're in
What does
sports.
pro wrestling mean? Like, where did you wrestle? Were you in like a like were you in one of those rings where like you cut yourself? Like what?
So that can happen, but it is sports entertainment. So it is I think of it as the marriage of theater and athleticism all into one. That's what I learned. It's an art form. It's a very brutal and
So what was
taxing
your wrestling art form? Like, did you have any?
well, I am the Long Island landmine. I still am.
I love that.
We are
The Long
next
Island
to-
landmine. He's ready to blow.
Between the
folks.
landmine and the assault bike,
I'm into that.
I'm into it.
This guy's like full of assault.
testosterone.
Yeah,
guess.
testosterone. Yeah.
But I tore my ACL. That's why I'm not currently wrestling.
Okay.
It happens.
Yeah, sure.
But you're on
Always
the
not
road to
perfect.
recovery because
I am.
Tell us about your recovery. How did you tear your ACL? Because
Wrestling.
All right. Well, if you're
Tell
gonna
us
do
more.
it, do it doing what you love,
So-
right?
I was doing a clothesline, when you like throw your arm at someone's head to make it easy
Mm.
for you. And my foot stayed where it was when I went to turn, and
Mm.
that like there's a ligament here, and so my foot was straight, and I turned that way, and
Yeah.
That's like one that you need.
it's the most important one, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sounds like
it's a long
tequila.
one.
Sure does.
Is that what we're doing?
Sure does.
It sounds like you need tequila. What sounds like you need a tequila at the time? Your body stays loosey goosey when you're drinking.
Maybe that's my
tequila.
new thing. I'll just drink tequila before I wrestle. and I
Right
won't get
before
hurt.
you wrestle, and you won't get hurt. Your body's invincible when you're drinking.
That's true. It's very true. So that's what happened to me.
Anyone?
I'll take more.
Care for?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Of
I mean,
course, of course.
You guys.
I just chose
I
my
had to
favorite.
get ready for your podcast. I'm like, okay, well.
Yeah, you had
know,
to pregame a
Everyone
little
has
bit.
to
We've been
pregame at the
pregaming.
Wild.
Well,
Wind down.
it is what it is.
So,
Yeah.
so Hulk Hogan aside,
say something.
My impressions are sometimes good. Sometimes
they are really good. You did an awesome Schwarzenegger for us before.
No, he was here, he was like, hey, I see you in the podcast, wine down. I love wine. I'm going to come there. I'm going to say hi.
That's what happened.
Do you only do
such an
impersonations
easy
for
mark.
wrestlers?
No, but that Arnold isn't a wrestler.
Or, like body
he was a
people?
bodybuilder.
For the
There.
most part, I don't have many others.
Is it because when you're looking in the mirror,
like
you
if
do
the
them?
guy's
It's
guy's
just-
skinny,
I
like
have to hear the
know,
voice, and sometimes I can do it, sometimes
All
I
right.
can't. But it's mainly wrestlers.
So is this a side
That's what I'm
passion? Like,
saying.
have we discovered this side passion of yours that you're also an impressionist?
I guess. I don't know.
What other impressions can you do? Like, let's go. A lot of comedians watch. Well,
Oh,
family
God.
comedians.
What? I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I'm sitting here, what? I'm sitting here with Jen, what? And Adam, and my phone just fell on the floor, what?
That's Stone Cold.
All right.
That was good. That was
decent.
good.
See?
That was good. I feel like there's a good macho man in there.
Yeah.
All right, we're bringing back all the oldies here.
Little bit of fun on the podcast. Yeah. Dig it.
So those are probably my best ones. My Arnold is probably my best. I've been working on Arnold since I was a kid.
I think
The
you need
Hogan
to
is
bring it
decent.
out. Do you bring it up
Sometimes.
during trainings?
Yeah. Oh, I fuck with everyone.
You
Oh,
have to. You'd have
It's
to.
okay.
it's
No,
okay.
no. We're
It's fine.
well
It's-
past the
It's
cursing
just
part.
for Beth.
She went
yeah.
to vaginas already.
Yeah,
Beth-
she's fine.
She's already mad
She's
at me.
fine.
She's already mad. I've
She'll
taken
live.
it.
As
She'll
long as
live.
I'm not the one.
She hears curses.
It's me. I'm the one.
I've been trying to master. So I'm a big fan of Will Sasso, comedian. You know Will Sasso? I love Dudesy. It's a great podcast. Will Sasso is my inspiration for my Arnold impression and just about every other impression. So I'm basically just copying Will Sasso's impressions.
I
of
haven't
other
heard the
people.
name Will Sasso in a lot. It's Mad TV, right?
Mad TV.
Wow.
Yeah,
See, I'm more of a Second City girl myself. I like the olds from Second City, Chicago, and Canada.
that's fair.
That's
I know
you
he's Canadian.
A lot of the Canadians I like, which
Yeah,
is
they're funny.
strange. They're fun.
Yeah.
Those
They're
silly
funny,
Canucks,
eh?
Those crazy
I love
Canucks.
Will. So he has a podcast now with Chad Colchin. It's called Dudesy, and it's like an artificial intelligence like tells them what to do and then they do it.
That sounds like my nightmare. I
Yeah.
am like I've
He
watched
hates
Terminator too many times. That whole thing seems horrible.
Like he hates AI and then Chad likes it, but it's a lot. His Ventura is amazing. I can't do Ventura yet.
That's exciting.
It's exciting. It's worth a watch.
You know what you should try to get into? Ventriloquism.
I don't know if I can do that.
I think you would be able to.
Think I can do
Because
it?
you're I see you taking your breath and moving your throat back to get different
You know,
voices.
even just
That sounds-
you know.
I think she can do it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this. So not only do we have first and foremost, where can they go to your website to book with you?
Oh, for the training thing, that's important. joesresultzone.com. Yeah, so I'm in East Meadow, which is on Long Island, which is how I know you because of, the tip brother.
It's a networking thing that.
I
some
thought you meant,
people
like, just the
belong
tip.
to. No.
That's my joke.
I was like, that's cute. I
So
love that.
once I did so we do these little like commercials. They're like 20 seconds, 30 seconds long. Tell you what you do. So I was talking about how I don't have contracts. I'm like, so you can come to my place. There's no contracts. You don't have to go all the way in. Just lay tip. And like everyone's quiet. And then like 15 seconds later here. And then like all the guys in the room start laughing. And I feel like, oh my God, he said that.
That's
It's
the
so
worst
fun.
when it's like all the guys and Jen. Because it's like, I never quite fit in with any type of typical crowd. So it's like, oh, and there's Jen. But anyway, I think that's great. So you don't do contracts. So let's say somebody my caliber was like, I just want to like, just a tip for a little bit. Like, I just want to test the waters. I could call you and you could be like,
Yep.
pay for your first session, come in.
First session's free, man.
Don't pay for your first session. Come in. We'll
Can't
see,
beat that.
We'll see if we can work together.
Yep.
Because there's some people you just can't work with.
Yeah.
Some people, I get tight sometimes. Like, I get mad and mean if people like try to make me do
Punch
things.
it out on the bike.
No, I get mean. Or sad. I'll get sad. I had Andrew Ball yelling at me last time,
Yeah.
and that made me sad. Yeah.
So.
That's kickboxing though.
Fair.
I tried that. I tried to tumble. It was a whole mess. But
See, you should try to tumble again.
Absolutely
you
not.
should say right now.
listen, my ass went over my head.
You're
I
gonna
did
do
what I was
it.
supposed to do. I'm not. I know it's the year of yes, but we're not doing it again. I did get it done, so we're done there. So anyway, you're gonna go to his website, which is the Result Zone, Joe's Result Zone.
JoesResultZone.com.
JoesResultZone.com.
Book your class.
Book your class.
Boom.
Let's see though, like, what if I have a friend that I want to do it with?
That's great. So then she would also go, or he, or whatever, goes, book your class, books a class with you. You guys both come together.
Look at
It's
that.
amazing.
If you want to see me privately, hell, you can do that too.
And what are the vibes?
Chill, man. It's a very like laid back atmosphere in the sense that everyone is really cool. You know how there's cliques?
Yes.
The gym is the clique. So it doesn't matter where your background, where you're from, whatever. This is like legit. Everybody is really nice that comes to my gym. They're all very supportive of each other because everyone has different goals. We all understand that. We all want each other to succeed. And that's like a contagious atmosphere. So that's why I do the free class or whatever. Just come in, see what it's about. And generally speaking, people usually don't leave once they come into the...
And you have parking at your house. And
Parking
your
is
neighbors
so
don't
good.
care.
They don't care.
It's
nice.
East Meadow. It's not like
I don't
They're
it's not
chill.
Lynbrook. Like, it's East Meadow.
I think they're happy. It's not like
Queens.
destructive things going on. They're like, oh, people are bettering themselves. You
There's
should go
not
there.
drugs there.
It's not the handball court at the pool.
We are not doing suspicious things
Yeah, no.
outside the gym.
I'm in North
That's
Merrick.
good.
So
That's
I'm
good.
not.
Yes.
Yeah, I could
No,
probably
you're-
tumble
You're
to
getting
your,
people
to your
healthy.
place. It's about getting healthy and strong, and also being
Confident,
inspired.
Yep,
Confidence.
absolutely.
People think working out's about how you look, but it's not necessarily true. Like exercise in general, no matter how you
feel.
look, well, that, and even if you're not seeing weight loss or whatever, your body internally is seeing a lot of positive changes. Blood pressure, heart rate. I can go on a list of things that I don't want to bore you about. But even if you're not focusing on weight loss, you will see those benefits. And people always have that feedback when they go for their physical. Like, oh my gosh, my doctor said my cholesterol's down. This is down. Oh, I didn't know it was working. Now it's working.
I think
Oh,
those are huge valid points, especially
Huge.
through COVID, where everyone was working home remote, being extremely stagnant. I think a lot of us got that shock at the doctor.
Yep.
That was like, oh, you have high blood pressure, and I'm like, I'm just a 20-year-old.
Yep,
lady.
vitamin D deficiency.
Yeah, vitamin
I'm
D
sorry, I haven't
deficiency,
been
yeah.
outside. I'm not allowed.
I'm like, how could that be? I'm a teenage girl. Excuse me. And they're like, no, you're old and fat and dying. And I'm like, oh my god, holy shit, that happened so fast. So what I would recommend is definitely go to joesresultzone.com. You're going to make the appointment. If they have questions, is it okay if they call you?
Yeah.
Numbers on the website?
Why not?
What's the number? Give them the number.
516
516
467
467
9269.
9269. Just the tip. So make sure you... So you guys have to make sure you check it out, because I think I might check it out. Maybe I'll get Claire involved.
I think you should check it
Come
out.
on.
And maybe we'll film it.
It's not a bad idea.
That would be
It's
a
not a bad
fun
idea.
activity.
I've done it once before. I might do it again, because if I feel like if I can break that barrier, then
If you're
anyone
comfort, absolutely. If you're comfortable, you'll just be tumbling freely.
can. But would you dress
Around-
as Borat for us and like speak to us in a Borat accent the entire time?
Young
No,
Shemesh,
he's,
if great success. I'd love to see it. Thanks, Sasha.
See?
Do
He's
many
good. He's
impressions.
good. He's gonna make
I knew
it.
I knew there was a Borat in there. I knew it.
Let me tell you something, dude. I would love for you to come to the Result Zone, brother.
That's my last.
that was
He's
okay.
gonna
That's my
get
last
everybody working out.
So who even knows what other impressions he'll have up his sleeves? Like,
I have to
It's
leave
worth-
some.
you gotta leave. Well, this is the showmanship that you learn though from the pro wrestling, right?
It is a lot of, it's a lot of, it's very similar to improv because.
I thought it would have to be precise because you're jumping off shit and breaking
So
stuff.
that's the thing that's crazy about wrestling. Everyone thinks that every little thing is planned in
Yeah.
a piece of order, but it's more like when you write an essay, when you have an outline, the outline's there, but you fill in the details by listening to the crowd, which is responding to what you're doing.
So basically, it's like this guy has to win because this goes with our
It
storyline.
is a show.
But you can get it going. However, like between here and here, you can do whatever.
But yeah, that essentially yes, where you will have an outline, and if there's anything weird or like this isn't like there's ways to fall and shit, and it's messed up because you have to understand this. We are really falling. It's not like a stuntman runs in. Okay, so you're still falling. You're just trying not to fall to injure yourself. It still hurts. So if there's anything that's awkward or funky, you will probably discuss that. But if it's anything that's traditional, you should be trained long enough to know how to do it.
And so while you're at the gym training people,
Yeah.
do you hit them with the chairs? Does that motivate them?
It depends how much they're pissing me off that day.
Okay.
Not to mention,
Do you
usually
keep
it's a
just
special
like
chair, right?
a metal folding
Breakaway.
chair off
It
to
is
the
a
side?
legitimate
But they're
aluminum
like broken
folding
away though, right?
But
Like in
no,
chairs?
no.
No?
Those are real, like...
Why would anyone do that?
We're
Listen,
nuts.
so you
Yeah.
just keep it in the corner and like, oh, you're not doing your sets? Just
my
look
God.
over, I could probably go get the chair. No, I'm fine. I'll do
Oh,
my
God.
set.
I will explain
I'll
to you
do my
Yeah.
set.
I
Do
will
it.
explain to you the beauty of pro wrestling right now. So we are all discussing all these little things, right? If you do it right, because of what we're speaking about, you'll have that little air of doubt. Like, that looks like it really. Wait, are they really? Oh, this one, but this is really.
This is real.
And that is the art of pro wrestling. It's like a good movie. When you're watching it, you're like, oh, wait a minute, I'm watching a movie. My gosh, I
I
forgot.
do. I realize.
I
I'm
get
like,
into it
oh
like
my
that.
God, I'm on my
And you
couch
get so
right
into
now.
it, you're
I'm
yelling. You're
not
like, wait a
really-
minute, it's a movie.
I'm
I
not
know.
really on this island.
That's
Well,
Tom Cruise.
That's like when I take all that
He's not really a
special cough
Scientologist.
medicine I've been taking for this cough, and like
My chocolates do that too.
halfway through a dream, I'm like,
This is my favorite.
why is my mom talking to me in my old childhood bedroom? And then like it all gets sucked away, and I'm like, oh, I'm in the dark by myself. No, nobody. All right. Well,
Thought I was on this island, but nope.
Hydrocodone.
I'm on my couch.
that's how it goes. How
Someone's
it goes.
screaming,
sometimes.
and I just
But
realized.
physical fitness is important,
It is.
and that's why we have Joe on the show today to be the antithesis of that.
Sure.
Adam lately also
Ooh,
has.
antithesis.
Good word.
That's
He
a
is the
good
antithesis of
word.
that. Thank you. Adam also has been working out lately. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but he's getting
I
lean. A
am
little lean
trying to
machine.
get in a better shape.
in an Adam shape.
Oval.
Round.
We're getting away from round, oval, elongated. I don't know if there's a proper shape that's properly named for trapezoid. Maybe trapezoid could possibly.
Yeah. I would like to be like
pinpointed here, but
I'm pear shaped. I'd like to keep the pear shape, but just like add more here, and then get rid of. I like the curves though. I do like that.
okay.
You got to have a fat ass. Oh my God, this is
what I'm
tequila.
going for.
This is tequila. I am never like this. Please review other shows.
That's what I'm going for. That
I feel like
fat
I have good
ass,
ratings.
so-
Yeah, this will have good ratings though. So if you're looking for a fat ass, go to Joe. I'm
I
just
can,
kidding.
I can help you with
He
that.
can help you.
I can.
Because BBLs, and we all know from the Drizzy, which I know you don't want me to bring up, but the Drake beef with
I don't
Kendrick.
know. I'm out of the loop here, Jen. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is my favorite thing in the world, so I'm just going to talk about it real quick because I love rap beefs. You have a huge background in rap, also. I'm surprised you're not in on this, but it's mainstream, so that's probably why you're not. But yeah, so Kendrick and Drake are beefing.
Who and who?
Kendrick Lamar and Aubrey Morgan are beefing, and it's a great beef. And anyway, Metro, who's a beat maker, at one point during the beef, Drake was like, "Shut up, Metro,
saying
and make
beef.
some
Burgers?
beats."
Steak?
Shut up, Metro, make some beats. So then Metro dropped this beat that he said anyone can use to diss Drake, and it's called BBL Drizzy because everyone says that Drake got a BBL, a
Wow.
Brazilian butt lift. Which, if you ever came back from Brazil, you see all those women who are on the plane laying on their stomachs because they all got their butts done cheap.
I need to go to Brazil just so I could take this flight back to see what's going on
It's
here.
a wild flight back. It's a wild flight. I've never done it myself. I've just know friends who have. I don't.
Sure.
I don't need a BBL. Like, there's too much going on back there. But you don't have to go to Brazil to get a BBL. Is what I'm saying, Drake. You could go see Joe. And Muscle can do it, right?
Joe would love that.
I can help raise your SAG.
You could raise the SAG.
With a degree of muscle mass that will make it sit higher, like a shelf.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah, I
want to
can
put
do that
things
for you.
on it.
That's amazing.
I could do that. I was actually backstage with Drake once.
You met Drake. Tell me all about
we
this.
didn't. I was like, "What's up, man?" I did. So, there's Yams Day. Do you are familiar with Yams Day?
I'm
Is that
not
Sweet
familiar with
Potato
the
Day?
ASAP Rocky.
Okay, I'm familiar with that.
Boy Yams passed away. I hope I'm getting this right. Don't hate me. So to give a long story short, Yams is a big wrestling fan. So they do this whole concert in honor of Yams. During the concert, there was a wrestling ring put in the middle, and wrestlers who wrestled while the performances were going on.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I shared a locker room with a lot of, but I'm no disrespect to Rob, he's not a big rap fan. But there was one point I'm in the locker room in my wrestling gear and I'm walking by and I just see a massive swarm of people. Like, why are so many people walking in a weird circle? And then as I got closer, I realized that Drake was in the center of this circle. So they were all his security or whatever. And I looked at the actual security guard at the venue. It was at Barclays. I'm like, that was Drake, wasn't it? She's like, that was Drake. I'm like,
Did you-
Meanwhile, he's like, I could take these security guards.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, listen. Yeah, I'm just saying to those security guards.
But I don't know why you'd
If
want
I
to.
wanted to get
'cause
to
it's
Drake, I
just
could have.
Drake.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Lucky for you, Drake. You
Think I'm not Kendrick's boy.
Everyone
all right?
would be beefing with you then.
Yeah.
So
I would have exploded like the landmine I am. Better watch yourself.
Long Island
Long
landmine
Island
over here.
landmine.
On the
Fine.
wind down. Who wants to start a rap battle with me?
I don't want to touch
Oh,
him. He
boy.
might
Huh?
explode.
Huh?
That's how landmines work, right?
If you step on me,
Oh, if you
Watch
step
it.
on
Better
him.
not step. Better not step. I don't want to catch you half stepping around here. But I'm glad you brought that up because with all this beefing going around, I told Adam that we should beef
Keep
with
making
another.
me hungry here.
I wanted to beef with another podcast, but he wouldn't let me. I was gonna release a beef tape,
Ooh.
and he was like, "Don't do that."
No.
And I couldn't think of anyone that I wanted to start a fight with though.
That all sounded very silly here.
These are the things I think about.
Tequila does some funny things.
This is pre-tequila. I'm like,
You
we're gonna
laugh,
start a
you cry,
fight.
just blame it on the tequila,
It's
Jen.
tequila. It's the
that's all you
tequila.
gotta do.
Blame it on the
No one's gonna
tequila.
judge.
And we're going to finish with a little coffee tequila here because we got to get home.
We still have
And
15
coffee
minutes.
will help. I know.
Oh, you're yelling at me. Everyone's getting so loud with the tequila.
I know. Sorry, I had tequila in my mouth.
I'm
and
still-
I'll be
That's fine.
spitting it
I'm
out.
still drinking this.
I'm still.
So you're doing
I'll
it by
do
yourself for
myself
now.
this. Little caffeine, little
I
tequila.
definitely don't need the caffeine. I need to go to bed like a sweet little lamb tonight.
Sweet little lamb.
Tomorrow's Friday, bro.
Tomorrow is Friday.
Friday. And you still have
Friday,
time to get
Sunday,
your orders in for Mother's Day at sipsay.com.
Which I do need to come over to your sipping.
Yeah, get some
place my
wine.
order
You know,
tomorrow.
you put a nice picture of your dog or cat on a bottle. Your wife will love it, aka the cat and dog mommy.
Yeah. Yeah, or just
So
like
if
a
you
heart.
need ideas here, we've got plenty of ideas. Photo bottles get in sooner than later, but
Photo bottles. and
happy
me a couple-
Mother's Day. We would love to do. We're open Mother's Day, 11 to 4:30. And then I'll be taking my mother out to dinner.
That's good.
Beth.
We'll be going
love
to
you.
Restaurant Venere, which is in
Oh,
Westbury.
that's very nice.
Frank, yeah.
My buddy Frank over there and his family. I wish he watched Bob's Burgers because he's Bob in Bob's Burgers, and his dad also is his dad's is Bob Senior. And cast of characters over there, and I will be going for a very special meal for Mother's Day this weekend. He told me I can get a bone-in veal parmesan,
And you can't find that. That's hard
and
to
that's
find.
a hard find.
Yeah.
So Mom will be pleased that her son is pleased at the dinner that he is taking her out to.
I think I'm getting my mother, she's getting a gift that I had made, so I can't give it away in case she's watching.
Have some of this gimmick here.
Yeah. And then,
Gotta try it all.
you gotta try
Yes,
it all.
you do.
Come into a podcast.
And then I'm
Thank
gonna power
Thanks,
wash,
brother.
I think, this weekend. I'm gonna try it.
Listen,
So-
it's Mother's Day.
I'm
That's
gonna
what you
try
want
it.
to
you.
do.
Unless your mom asked, though, you
I'm
shouldn't do that, right? I
What?
was paying attention before.
Power washing?
She wanted the
I
power
wanted
washer.
power wash.
But don't get it unless it's asked for.
Unless it's asked for.
Unless it's asked
And then
for.
pad it with something else, too. Like,
Yeah. Don't just get her a
I'm
power
hoping my
washer.
husband's watching. 'cause
Get
it's
her
like-
that little soap thing that you're going to need with it, too.
No!
Just to make sure you don't want her to start power washing without the...
My neighbor told me you don't
without
use
the cap.
soap.
No?
He's like, 'cause
Oh, I don't know. I don't have a
In
power
my
washer.
head, I think I'm a genius when it comes to things that I'm not. It's a problem I have. I'm like, I'm going to use Rain-X, so everything will just kind of
Oh,
skid
that's
off.
a good idea.
I was like, this is my
They
big...
never say that we can use that for other things, but that's a good idea.
I use Rain-X in the shower.
That's a great idea.
Rain-X. It's
Wow.
not just for your
These
windshield.
are 5-minute facts
This
right here.
I'm a strange broad.
delicious.
This
Isn't that
is
so good?
delicious.
This is really good.
Isn't that so good? But yeah, use Rain-X if you need something to like not stick to shit.
That is a great idea.
Use it in your shower. You'll love it.
Wow.
I'm out
Look
of-
at these mom tips that we're getting
I mean,
Mom
tonight.
that's pretty
tip.
dope.
So are you gonna spray stuff down first and then power wash it, or you're just supposed to power wash?
You're just supposed to go ham at it. You're just
Alright.
supposed to like. I got the hose
Do you
extension.
know how many PSIs you have yet?
I think 220. Does that
Oh,
make sense?
no,
No,
not
220
at
is the
all.
voltage.
You could tell me any number right now, and
I
I,
don't
have
know.
no
I
idea
don't
what you're
know.
talking about.
I actually had someone I work with, one of my
I
clients.
want to say
recommend it.
2,000 seems like
Probably 2,000 psi.
what it
That
should
sounds
be.
right.
It's enough to like cut you.
Yeah.
Like they're dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah, power washers are dangerous.
So if
I'm
any kids
so
are
excited.
bothering you while you're cleaning your deck, be like, you can scare them, spray them away a little bit, like hit the
Cut their leg off.
hit
They're like,
well,
oh, just gotta clean off.
hit
I won't tell you twice.
hit the lawn right before them, so it like bounces off, you know.
No, I'm not gonna hurt any
Ooh,
kids.
when you have your block party, we should bring out the
power washers,
the power
dueling power
washer.
washers.
we
we could
can
have
make
Joe
like a
power wash
special
with someone.
sprinkler thing and like shoot houses.
Yeah,
Now we're talking.
we'll do it live.
This is dangerous. I'm not doing
I
any
love
of
that
this.
we're gonna do we're gonna have to do an on
we're doing a
site
deathly sprinkler. Is
an
what you
on
want.
site
You want a sprinkler of death
at your block party this
at
summer.
my block party full of
But
children.
everything will be clean.
Everything will be
so
clean,
I-
sparkling.
Is that you at night? Like I need to be clean. I need to be clean. And then you
Everything will
fucking
be
tell the
sparkling.
kids. No, absolutely
Because
not.
we're using the power wash.
We are not doing that. Also, you got to talk to my mom because she doesn't want to do the block party. It's very upsetting times.
What?
It is the soiree
I've
of
only
the
been
summer.
once and it rained.
And it was perfect still.
It was
it is the
perfect.
best time. And I've been doing it my entire life. And she's like, oh, we're getting older now. And I'm like, this isn't what I want to hear. Like, because my block won't do one.
No.
My block
Your
won't do
block's
one.
boring.
My block is so boring. They're nice people though, but they're boring.
Well, if they had their houses power washed, maybe they'd be less
They did have their house
They
power
need
washed.
their house clean.
So it all works
I've
out?
driven by there, and they need all their shit sprayed up.
My house is the one that's like, ooh, I have like the ghost in the front, and like people are like, it's not Halloween, and I'm like, well, I'm weird.
The ghosts are here all year round.
They're
You
like-
don't see them.
They're cute little carved ghosts, like wooden carved. They're cute. I'm keeping them out. My friend made them for me.
You should
They're
put
cute.
Christmas lights up too and really confuse them.
When I do Christmas, I do leave Christmas.
Like
up.
Christmas lights, ghosts.
Halloween, I leave up. And
You can
Christmas
put a
I
little
leave up.
bunny in front. Like just put
I
all
know.
the holidays out all the time.
I told you I wanted a life-size
Elephant.
elephant
Yeah.
that I wanted to
I
decorate
don't know what
outside.
holiday that's for though.
No, you decorate it for the
Kwanzaa?
holidays. Yes, for whatever you want. You decorate it for all the holidays.
Okay.
And David won't let me get a life-size elephant because I've been close.
You need to get a pygmy life-size elephant, so it's a little
No, but I want it to be big.
big. This is Long
I don't
Island.
want to say
you
I'm
need
a
it to
size
be
queen,
big.
but I need it to be big. Like I need it to be.
North America better represent.
Don't tell people where I'm from.
You
I'm
already
kidding.
Did,
I
you already did
am.
earlier.
I'm right by you. If you're looking for me, you can go to joesresultzone.com, and I'm the town over. But you should go there, make your appointment with Joe. He'll get you in tip-top shape. He'll tell you some wrestling stories, which is amazing. And there's impressions.
And there's impressions. What's not to love?
I didn't even know about the impressions before you came on.
Cream of the crop. You.
He doesn't like to tell people that. It's just, that's the surprise.
He
that's
just told the whole world.
That's the toy at the end of in the Cracker Jack box.
When I told Lou Ferrigno, I'm like, you get to scream when you pose. That's the trick. That's how you win.
A lot of bodybuilders are Austrian.
Yeah.
I'm just realizing that now.
Well, that's where they have nothing to do.
Is that what they
But
do in
That's what they do. They just build up mass and weight. and-
Austria.
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 Yeah.
Not to be confused.
Austria.
Now it's a joke.
Not the land down under. Not the land down under.
Now it's Austria, not Australia. No kangaroos.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
At least you can put another shrimp on the Barbie, right?
At some point. At some point.
All right.
At some point. But I am actually very excited that summer's coming and that we have Joe as a guest today because this is the summer kickoff. Like Memorial Day is going to be happening soon. We'll have a Memorial Day episode. And that's it,
Yes.
guys. We're in summer. We're in skimpy clothes.
Maybe you see us, maybe you don't.
Well, summertime. You don't know what happens
You
during
need
the
to be
summer.
in shape
And you need
for
to
the
be in
summer.
To be in
shape.
shape. This guy's pecs, he's wearing
Whatever
black.
shape it
insane.
is, you need to be in that shape.
They're like six
and
inches off his
feel
thigh.
healthy.
Big.
They're huge pecs.
And that way you can show off at the beach or the pool or to your friends on the internet.
All your family members are
Yeah.
better looking than you.
Oh,
You want to be the
Suck on
better
that.
looking
Suck
family
on
member.
that.
And if you're not, you want to be the most successful family member.
That's true.
So at least I got that going.
Yes. At
Or
least
both.
we have that going.
At least we have that going. The success
Or you're
part.
the drunkest family member.
Maybe we have that.
Enough
We
tequila,
have
that
you'll
going.
freaking get
High
there.
five.
High five.
High five. We are always the drunkest family members because somebody's got to do it.
Great success.
Great success.
Great success.
But yeah, I'm excited for hiatus. I'm excited. I
A
think
tequila summer.
we're going to go to Joe's place. We're going to check it out. You guys are going to see that coming up because if I say it, I'll do it. I'm known
You've
like that.
said it already.
I said it.
It's recorded.
It's recorded.
You're doing it.
And you know how
I don't know
it's-
what you're doing, but you're doing it.
doing it. I know it's summer because I have my caviar necklace out.
Oh, time for the caviar
time.
of summer.
So I did want to bring this to everyone's attention. Your caviar keys have a hole in them, and you can put them on a necklace. And how many times have you been out and people have the caviar on ice?
How many
It's happened
times?
to me here at this place where I've had caviar.
So often.
And Bobby had to open it with like a beer bottle top.
Disgusting. You can't eat caviar like that.
I'm saying. I even made my own blintzes.
Ugh.
I know. So I keep this, and then in my bag I have my wine key.
Yes.
And then beer bottles, you can just like open a beer bottle.
Anywhere, any curb in America
Yeah.
will open a beer bottle.
So just remember, your caviar key does have a little hole in it, so make it into a necklace. That way you're never without caviar. Carry a wine key in your bag. So now it's time to change your bag to the summer bag. Put the wine key in there, the tissues.
Tissues
just
and
talked about
tequila,
it.
which you don't need any special tools to
Open.
enjoy.
It's a twister.
Just twist and pop and pour and sip and sorrow.
And say.
Sour.
And say.
Sip and say.
And now we're sipping and saying, oh my God, that's so funny.
That is that where that came from?
I have no idea.
And then you get the bottle engraved, and now it all comes.
And now it
Oh.
all comes together. Oh my God, this
It's
this
almost
wine down
too
is
much.
happening. We couldn't have done this without tequila. Brought to you by the letter T or the letter H or
Why the letter H?
for hiatus.
Oh.
Or J for Jalisco.
Jalisco.
Or
Jen.
Jen.
A for Adam. J for Joe.
J for Joe.
J for Joe. So before we sign off, though, I do want Joe to just shout out his social media. Joe, where can we find you?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Joe _Ocasio on Instagram. Also, Joe's Result Zone on Instagram. Joe _Ocasio on Twitter. Those are the most important ones. My Twitter is Joe's Result Zone as well. Come check it out. Have some fun. I got all kinds of stuff on there for working out, wrestling, everything that you want to see. I have on my socials.
And let's say if somebody came to your gym and did like an amazing job, would you like post them if they wanted?
Absolutely. That's all I do.
How cool would that be if you were like featured on Joe's?
I love to show how everybody progresses and all their positives.
Not me though. We're
Absolutely.
not. I do the one video and then no one sees me again.
All right. Well,
That's okay.
Not to say I won't be going back.
we'll work
but
on it.
That's right. We're going to work on
gonna
that.
work.
We're
It's the
going to
year
get
of
the
yes.
healthy
The year of
in
yes.
2024.
I mean, we're gonna try.
Turn that life around.
This cough has been
One
lingering,
bottle
so-
of tequila at a time.
One bottle of hiatus at the time.
One bottle of hiatus at
One
a
bottle
time.
of hiatus at a time.
Then 2 bottles, because that's how things go.
And 3.
And 3. And
Yeah,
4.
who's counting?
I don't know.
You don't need to count
I
anymore.
think this
We're adults.
episode though hit me the hardest and then left me the cleanest.
Absolutely.
But tequila does that. It like hit me hard in the middle. I've slowed down now and I'm like, all right.
And you're feeling good,
A little,
looking good.
A little embarrassed that I like dropped the V word. Little embarrassed.
That's okay.
That happens with tequila. That happens.
It's an organ.
The very word got spoken about.
Very.
Very, very.
It's
I keep
Mother's
dropping
Day.
the V word.
It's Mother's Day. You know, you got to talk about these things. It's
We need to be
important.
very special, very healthy,
That's where we
very
came from.
drunk.
Very drunk. Joe, what are you doing for Mother's Day?
I wish I knew. I'm going to be with my mom, though.
Okay.
That's all that matters.
I got her something.
Anything good?
I can't.
He can't
Can't
say.
say,
It's
can't
pre.
say.
She might go on and be like, oh my God, I knew already.
Are you
All
taking?
right.
She doesn't really sound like that. It's just, you know,
And you have a wife, right?
I do.
Do you guys have fur children? What's her name? Let's shout her out.
Angela.
Angela.
She's probably not watching this currently second, but she will watch later.
Awesome.
The wives don't like the
Nice
shows.
to Angela.
To Angela. Do you guys have like any fur babies or anything?
No, nothing yet.
He's got a gym. That's a baby.
The
true.
gym is the
The
baby.
gym is the baby.
But who knows what happens next?
All right. Who knows what happens in that gym?
That's very
You got
true.
one baby, and
Better wipe down your equipment.
Wipe down
wipe
your
down your
equipment.
equipment.
Yeah, and that's why I always thought that what was that place called that everyone goes to? It's purple. It's got pizza shit all over it.
Oh, Planet Fitness?
Yeah, I walked into Planet Fitness and there was like pizza everywhere, and then I walked out. I was like, I can't do this.
It's
Not our
it's
favorite.
Not a gym,
It's-
it's Planet Fitness. And what are you, huh?
It's a fitness club, but if
What,
you
what,
want
you
to
a
look
clown?
good, you got to go to a gym.
You got to go, I guess, to a gym.
Just don't play games. You know what? If you have a goal,
Hit
go
it.
to somebody who's going to make you hit your goal, okay? Don't be like, I want to do this, and you go somewhere you're not going to do it. You're just wasting your time. Don't waste your time. It's precious. It's valuable.
I think that's a good idea too. Like, set a goal.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times I'll go to the gym and be like, well, I gymmed. And not a lot of times, I mean like the few and rare. But like, so I gymmed, now what? And then like, all right, well, where am I going with this?
I know.
I don't know. I don't know, but if you need to go somewhere,
Yes.
go to Joe's
I'll
gym.
give you a direction to go.
He'll give you the
Absolutely.
directions. All right, well, I'm going to drink some more tequila. Everybody have a happy Mother's Day. And with that, we'll go ahead and sign off. Don't forget to visit Joe at joesresultzone.com. Thanks for having us, guys. Enjoy.
Good night from the Wind Down.